Shalom, shalom to the nation of Israel. Yahawah, Atha. This is Officer Hamar.
Oh, Captain Zakar Salaki.
Khan, Captain Zakar of LG Augusta, Georgia, the Light of Zion, and the Priest Kahan and Minister Solomon of the Light of Zion. So today we're going to be talking about the Sabbath day, the Shabbat day, because, it's just an important day that we should be keeping. This is a day we should be looking forward for, right? The day of rest, the day of peace, a holy day unto the Most High, right? So today we're going to be talking about the Shabbat day. There's many breakdown videos on this, but this is going to be one of the few, one of the many I meant, right? So we're going to go ahead and get straight into it with Colossians 3 and 17.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And whatsoever ye do, in word or deed, do all in the name of the Atha Yahawashi, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by him.
Right, so everything we do in word or deed. So the things we speak, the way we speak to our people, every time we praise the Most High, we're singing to the Most High, right? When you're using your voice, you always have to consider Yahawashi. When you're giving praises, honor, glory to the Most High, it's always through Yahawashi, right? And also in your deeds, right? In your actions, the way you act towards your brother, the way you talk towards somebody, the way you act towards them, right? In every scenario, in every attribute, in every way, you should be trying to be like Yahawashi.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you're doing in word or deed, you have to do all in the name of Yahawashi.
That's right.
Because the whole purpose of him coming down here is to be an example unto you, right? To show you how to do it, to show you what's right. So he did what's right for you. He died for you because he loves you. So in everything we're doing in word or deed, we do all in the name of Hamashiach Yahawashi, right? When you're giving thanks to the Most High, right? So let's go ahead and get straight into it. Let me start with Genesis chapter 1, verse 5.
God. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High called the light day, and the darkness he called night.
Mm-hmm.
And the evening and the morning were the first day.
Right, the evening and the morning. Right, so our day starts in like a new day is in the evening. Mm-hmm. Right, we're not like Esau when you wake up in the morning, fresh new brand new day. Right, basically for Esau, a new day is when you wake up. Right, in the morning or 12 o'clock a.m. I don't know however you want to look at it. Right, but according to the Most High, evening is when our day starts. Mm-hmm. Right, so we keep the Friday sundown to the Saturday sundown. Right, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, Friday evening to Saturday evening. That's a Shabbat we keep. Right, that's the proper Shabbat we're supposed to be keeping. Right, from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. So let's go ahead and get into the Shabbat a little, right, on the Sabbath day. Let's get the one in Exodus chapter 20.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 20, starting at verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
Right, it says remember. Something we have to remember and not forget is the Sabbath day. Right, all the other 10 commandments the Most High statement that is stated over here, all the other 10 commandments, it's not saying remember to do this, remember to do that. It's saying to not do it. But this one you have to remember, because that's something a lot of people seem to forget, the Sabbath day. A lot of people. Right, you keeping the Sabbath day, now they thinking you in some religion type thing. No, this is what the Most High told us to keep. The Sabbath day. He said to remember it, right? And to keep it holy. Holy meaning separate, meaning it's a whole different day. It's different from all the other days, right? That's what's special about that day. Agree?
Verse 10. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Most High, thy power.
Mm-hmm.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
Right. So in that Sabbath, right, that holy day that the Most High gave us, this is instructions to what we're supposed to be doing, right? We shouldn't be doing any work. You shouldn't be working 9 to 5 a.m. It depends on the condition, but we're going to get into that later, right? You shouldn't be working 9 to 5 a.m. You shouldn't be outside playing basketball. You shouldn't be sweating kindling fire. You shouldn't be doing any of this, right? This is a day of rest, a day of peace, right? You could do that all the other days, but once it hit the Sabbath day, right, at Friday sundown, Marie.
Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Most High made heaven and the earth.
Right. So he made heaven and earth in 6 days. And that's talking about your whole household, not just one person. Right. He made it in 6 days. But read.
The sea and all that in them is,
Mm-hmm.
and rested the seventh day.
Right. So in 6 days, the Most High was working. 7th day, he kept it holy. It was a holy day to him. Right. But read.
Wherefore the Most High blessed the Sabbath day, Slaki,
Right.
and hallowed it.
Right. So therefore, he blessed that day because he rested on that day. We should be resting on that day. Don't you want to be like the Most High? Right. The Most High was working 6 days. 7th day, he rested. That's how we should be looking. That's what we should be doing. That's how we should be moving. Right. We have 6 days to ourselves. You do whatever you want. But the 7th day is holy. It's different. Right. Was that it on that? Come on. Let's get Exodus chapter 35 now. Exodus chapter 35, verse 1.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 35 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses gathered together. It's like he gathered all the congregation of the children of Israel together, and said unto them, These are the words which the Most High commanded, that ye should do them.
Right. So he's talking to the children of Israel in specific. Right. And he's been talking to the children of Israel. Read.
Verse 2. 6 days shall work be done, but on the seventh day there shall be to you an holy day.
Right. 6 days, work be done. 7th is different. Read.
A Sabbath of rest to the Most High.
Right. To who?
To the Most High.
It's not for you. It's for the Most High you resting. Right. You're doing this for the Most High. You're making it a holy day for the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
But read.
Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death.
Right. So whoever does work on that day shall be put to death. Right. They should be put to death.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They didn't play that in the days of the Mosaic law. They didn't play that the day of Moses. They didn't play that. You know, you break a law of the Most High, you getting put to death.
That's right.
Now today, people think it's okay to slack. They think it's okay to slack on the work of the Most High. Why? Because they have mercy. Right. They have grace. So they think it's okay to lay back. You know, man, I don't feel like going to Shabbat service today. I don't feel like congregating with my brothers today. I don't feel like keeping the Sabbath day today. I'll keep it next week and I'll just repent about this week. Right. Y'all take advantage of the Most High. Right. But this is not, you know, the Most High don't play. Don't forget, right? The Most High does not change.
Look it out.
He does not change. The same way he thought back then is the same way he think today. So if he's putting them to death back then for breaking the Shabbat, right, for not keeping the Sabbath day, what do you think about, like, how about those today that sit at home? Like, they know they could go to Shabbat service. They know they could keep this day holy, right? But they're like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm hungry. So they go ahead and cook them some food and start working on Shabbat, on the Sabbath day. Right? And you be like, you know, God is probably going to forgive me. I'm just going to repent about what I did. Right? You're going off at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But what's that?
Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
Right? You should not kindle no fire. There shall be no fire. Mm-hmm. Right? You shouldn't be microwaving anything. Right? You shouldn't be turning on your oven and start cooking. Mm-hmm. Those are all works you're doing. That's right. That the Most High told you not to do. Mm-hmm. Right? The Most High is very strict with his law. Like I said, the same way he was back then is the same way he is today. The Most High doesn't change. Right now, let's get the one where there was gathering sticks in Numbers 15. In 22. Oh, no, 32. Yeah, 32.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day.
Right, so children of Israel in the wilderness, right? Found a man gathering sticks, right? Picking up sticks, right? Collecting sticks. Read.
Verse 33. And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron and unto all the congregation. And they put him inward, because it was not declared what should be done to him.
Right, so they're like, okay, what are we going to do to him? Right, they brought him to Moses and Aaron. Right, trying to figure out what are we going to do to him? Well, what's going to happen to this man? Because he broke the Sabbath day. Mm-hmm. He broke the law of the Most High. Read.
Verse 35. And the Most High said unto Moses, the man shall be surely put to death. All the
you said what?
The man shall surely be put to death.
See, straightforward, right? They're not worried about his feelings, right? They're not feeling bad for this man, like, dang, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they ain't want him put to death. But you know, that's what the Most High wanted. That's what they're gonna do.
That's right.
Right? You know, that's their brother. But he broke the commandment. He broke the law of the Most High. He broke the Sabbath. So what they did, I'm gonna put him to death. Right? It was literally that straightforward. Right? They wasn't beating around the bush. They was like, I'm gonna give you a second chance, but don't do it again. Next time you'll be put to death. Nah, they killed him. Straight up, but read.
Khan. It says, all the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp.
Mm-hmm. Right. He was stoned. Right.
Verse 36. And all the congregation brought him without the camp and stoned him with the stones.
Mm-hmm.
And he died.
And he what?
And he died.
He was dead. Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Your life ended because you broke the Sabbath day. And like I said, you have, how about today? Right. How about today? People think it's okay to gather sticks. Like, man, you know what? This ain't nothing. I'm gathering sticks. They ain't doing nothing. It's just gathering sticks. It's not work. Well, according to the Most High, he put this man to death. Right? He was put to death for gathering sticks.
Probably was about to get firewood too.
Right.
Probably why I was gathering sticks.
Right. So he wasn't even, doing anything right. Right. He was just literally gathering sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a difference between doing good in the Sabbath and just doing what you want to do in the Sabbath.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's it, right? There's a difference, And those saying, let's get Matthew chapter 12. Right now we're gonna go into Yahawashi, right? Matthew chapter 12. For those saying, right, followers of Christ, for example, right? You look at a Christian,
mm-hmm.
You don't see them keeping the Sabbath day. I don't see it, right? And let's say Sunday is your Sabbath day. You're not resting on that day. Right? You go to church and you call it holy because you go to church. But you're supposed to be holy by resting. Right? You could come together. You're supposed to come. Matter of fact, before you get that, get Leviticus 23. Right? It's okay to come together with your people. Right? To give praise to the Most High, to read the scriptures. Right? That's what you're supposed to do, matter of fact. But let's go ahead and read it.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest,
mm-hmm.
and holy convocation.
And what?
And holy convocation.
It's a holy convocation. Right? It's a holy convocation.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is the time. Matter of fact, was that it on that?
La.
You can keep reading it, Phil.
Ye shall do no work therein. Mm-hmm. It is the Sabbath of the Most High in all your dwellings.
And what?
In all your dwellings.
Right. No matter where you at, no matter what time of the period it is, right? You're supposed to be keeping that Sabbath day. Mm-hmm. Right? Because it's a holy day unto the Most High. Right? It's a holy convocation where we all come together. Right? At an appointed place, at an appointed time.
That's right.
We all come together and praise the Most High. Right? Read about the script. Read the scriptures about the Most High. Or just read the scriptures. Right? Teach one another. Right? It's a holy day. This is the day of the Most High.
Calm.
Right? So, man, this Maddie, man. But Con, you could go back to Matthew, yeah.
That's fine.
Maddie just escaped. You could start at 1.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, Yahawashi went on the Sabbath day through the corn, and his disciples were hungry.
Right. So the disciples are hungry.
Mm-hmm.
But Yahawashi, who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ, that's, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yahawashi, they walking through the field, right?
Mm-hmm.
But read.
And began to pluck the ears of corn.
Right. So he started plucking the corns. Right.
And to eat.
Mm-hmm.
But when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto him, Behold, thy disciples do that which is not lawful to do upon the Sabbath day.
Right, and that's what the Pharisees do. They love accusing Yahawashi.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I always want to trying to find a way and cut Yahawashi.
Every time.
Yahawashi been cutting them every time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But read that again.
Verse 2. But when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto him, Behold, thy disciples do that which is not lawful to do upon the Sabbath day.
Right. So they're like, dang, what are you doing? Like, you breaking the Sabbath day. It's not lawful. Mm-hmm. Right? Now they're accusing Yahawashi of breaking the Sabbath day. Mm-hmm. Right? But read.
Verse 3. But he said unto them, Have ye not read what David did when he was an hungered, and they that were with him, how he entered into the house of the Most High, and did eat the showbread, which was not lawful for him to eat, neither for them which were with him, but only for the priests?
Right. So now think about this, right? this is proving a point right here too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that one, Yahawashi was keeping the Sabbath, right? Yahawashi understood the Sabbath, right? Two, Yahawashi is going back to the Old Testament,
Mm-hmm.
right? And pulling up scriptures from there, talking about David, right? But read.
So, like, I want to bring a point on that
Mm-hmm.
because back then, during the time of David, King David, that same exact priest saw the distress that David was in and his men, so he gave him the showbread to eat, right? Showing that he was being a helpful brother on that day for his brethren. So of course he's not supposed to eat the showbread, but he was already making a new one for the upcoming Shabbat, by the way, right? When you go into the history, so that's just showing how brotherly love. That's keeping the law,
Right.
right?
And it was for the priest, as
Exactly.
you can see, right?
It's usually for the priest, but that brother gave it to David and the brothers that were with him because he saw that they were hungry.
Right.
They had been on the run for a long time, so he gave them food to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to the verse 5, it says, "Or have you not read in the law how that on the Sabbath days the priests in the temple profane the Sabbath and are blameless?"
Right. And they were blameless, right? Meaning they wasn't guilty,
Mm-hmm.
right? So how is it that how is that the case? Basically, is what your house asks them, right?
Bring it out.
Right. But read.
Verse 6, "But I say unto you that in this place is one greater than the temple."
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7, "But if ye had known, but if ye had known what this meant, what this meaneth, I will have mercy and not sacrifice, you would not have condemned the guiltless."
See,
Whew,
that's your house shot cutting this man up, bro.
them
Yeah, I said this man dim up, right?
cutting them up, boy.
Cutting him up, right? Basically showing them that they don't know what they talking about.
Literally.
Right? If you had known this meant, then you wouldn't have been talking like that. You wouldn't have been saying that, right?
It's like on that note, because they'd rather put somebody to death. When you like that one sister, the Samaritan, if I remember correctly, when you look in the scriptures, they'd rather put somebody to death rather than give them mercy, right? And that's what Yahawashi is saying right here.
Right.
These brothers are hungry, so there's nothing wrong with me giving them some type of food. You know, they need some food, some type of substance, so I'm going to give them corn to eat. All right. It's the same thing with David and the priest. The brother literally gave them food, knowing that they were on the run for so long, showing that brotherly love, because he knew that if he was in that same exact position, guess what? He wants somebody to give him some food too. That's the whole point of what he's also trying to say right here.
Think about it, right? And also think about it this way. Mm-hmm. Would you watch somebody suffer on a Sabbath day? Like, think about it, right? You see somebody dying on the floor out of hunger, right? On a Sabbath day. And you're like, damn, I'm not allowed to kindle fire. I can't make you nothing. I'm sorry. Right? Now you watching your brother die. That's you being evil on the Sabbath day.
Scriptures say don't be righteous.
Right. Don't be over righteous. You're being over righteous then. Right? That's you doing evil on the Sabbath day. You're not doing what's good. Now, what's good is feeding your brother, helping your brother. Right? Because the Sabbath was made for man. Like Yahawashi said. Right? But you could keep reading.
Verse 8, "For the Son of Man is the odd one, even of the Sabbath day."
What?
Even of the Sabbath day.
He's the odd one, even of the Sabbath day. Mm-hmm. Right? The Son of Man, Yahawashi. Right, Barak?
Verse 9, "And when he was departed thence, he went into their synagogue, and behold, there was a man which which had his hand withered, and they asked him, saying, Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath days?"
There they go again. Right? Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath day? Right? And now they're trying to pay attention to Yahawashi, see if he's gonna heal this man at this point, right? Now they're questioning Yahawashi again. Barak?
That they might accuse him. And he said unto them, What man shall there be among you that shall have one sheep, and if it fall into a pit on the Sabbath day, will he not lay hold on it and lift it out?
Right. So if there's a sheep in the pit on a Sabbath day, right? Right. You know, back then it was important, like your animals and stuff, right?
Your herds,
all that, your crops, all that was important. Right. Now, if you just seen it die, would you just let it die?
Bring it out.
Right. But why did Yahawashi say that, right? Keep reading.
Verse 12. "How much then is a man better than a sheep? Wherefore, it is lawful to do well on the Sabbath days."
It is what?
It is lawful to do well on the Sabbath days.
It is lawful to do well on the Sabbath day. Now, that don't give you a pass to start picking up sticks and be like, man, it was important to me. You know, so I had to get the sticks because I had to start a fight. No. No, right? That's not. You're not supposed to. It's not a license to break the Sabbath day
for your own self and your own pleasures.
because a lot of people do that. Honestly, right? They take this to a whole different level. They run with it. They run with this scripture, right? If you know you don't have to go out and buy groceries today, you could do it tomorrow. Then why are you gonna be like, man, I had to buy groceries. I ain't have nothing in the house.
Bring it out.
Knowing damn well you could have just dang well, my bad for my language, right? Knowing you could have just went to the Walmart the next day,
and just got your stuff then.
right? So people be using that as a license to just go ahead and break the Sabbath day, but that's not what it is, right? It's what you're supposed to be doing. What's good in the Sabbath. Right? If my sister is sick, my sister is real sick in bed or something, or my brother is sick, right? And I know how to make some medicines or boil some medicines or something. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it because I want him dying. Watching my brother die on the Sabbath is evil. That's what evil is, right? So it is okay to do what you have to do. Is just to be righteous
or do a little fast,
right?
That's funny,
right? But was that on that? Con. Now let's get Ecclesiastes. Well, no, Ecclesiastes 7. This how you're talking about being over righteous in 16.
I was just about to bring that out too.
That's right. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 16.
Con. You said 16, right?
Con.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 16. Be not righteous over much.
Right. So be not righteous over much. You shouldn't be over righteous. Right.
Neither make thyself over wise.
Right. You shouldn't be over wise also. And that's the thing, right? Because then you're doing too much at this point. That's literally what being over wise would mean. You doing too much. Right. But keep reading.
Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?
Right. That's destroying yourself. But read.
Verse 17. Be not over much wicked.
Right. So you shouldn't be over much wicked also. Right. You shouldn't be over righteous, but you shouldn't be over wicked.
Shouldn't be wicked at all.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm going out. You shouldn't be wicked at all. Right. But read.
Neither be thou foolish. Why shouldst thou die before thy time?
Right. That's just, sin leads to death. We all know that. That's what wickedness leads you to.
Exactly.
Right. So the Most High, when the Most High says something, right, do not add to it and do not take away from it. That's what you have to understand. You don't add to his words and you don't take away from it. Because what the Most High say is pure. Every word that come out of the Most High is pure. Right? Was that it? Let me get Proverbs 30 and 5.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 30 and verse 5. Every word of the Most High is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him.
Right. So every word of the Most High is pure, meaning you don't add to it, you don't subtract to it. It's literally perfect. Right. Especially to his laws, right? But yeah, you could go ahead.
Verse 6. Add thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar.
Right. Then you'll be called a liar. Right. You do not add to the word of the Most High, or you do not take away. Right. Either or. Right. That's why you have to be balanced in the truth. Right. You have to be balanced. You can't be too over righteous, or you can't be wicked. Right. You can't be hot. You can't be cold.
That's right.
Right. You literally have to be in the middle.
Calm.
But calm, it has to be done, right? What comes out of the Most High, what the Most High says is it. That's right. It is it. Like it is what it is. That's what the truth is, right? But read that one more time, the last one.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 30 and verse 6. Add thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar.
Right. Add not to his word. Why would you be called a liar? Right. The reason you're called a liar, right? If you're going up against the word of the Most High, that makes you a liar. It's true. Right? The Most High said to do something, and you saying a whole completely different thing, that makes you a liar. Right? You lying on the word, on the name of the Most High. You lying. Right? So what the Most High says is pure. When he says to do something, you do it. The Most High says, what's the example I can give? If the Most High says, to pour some water in a bucket or something, right? What if you say, like, okay, get a cup of water, pour it in a bucket. Right? The Most High says to do that. Get a cup of water and pour it in the bucket. You don't grab a gallon and be like, you know what? I'm gonna just grab a gallon because it's more and it's gonna be better. That's not the Most High told you to do. Right? You can't say no too, because that's the wicked side.
It's lucky. Look at Aaron's sons.
Mhm.
Right? The Most High was talking about sacrificing and having a specific type of fire from him, and they wanted to add their own strange fire, so the Most High burnt them up.
Right? Yeah, that's a perfect example.
The Most High told you to do something, don't add to it, and don't take away from it. It's that simple. Follow instructions. Following instructions in this life can carry you a long ways. Right? A man that is well instructed is well favored by the Most High.
Right.
Because that man sees these scriptures as instructions. Same with the women. When they love instruction, guess what? The Most High has much favor for them as well. Somebody who's chaotic or doesn't even like any type of stern instruction, guess what? They're lawless. That's how our people are today. They don't like any type of rules. They don't like anybody being over them. And that's ultimately what causes our people to fall. And that's what causes us to do what? Go off from the Most High. This is why the Most High kills us in the streets right now. Because we are a lawless nation like that. But in these last days, we are coming back to his law, statutes, commandments. And we got to continue to teach his truth. Calm.
Well, now you get get Proverbs 3 now. Mm-hmm. Just because you just said that. Proverbs chapter 3.
Funny God. Verse 5?
Yeah, verse 5.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 5. Mm-hmm. Trust in Yahawah with all thine heart.
Right. So you trust in the Most High with all your heart. Meaning you doing what the Yahawashi tells you to do. Mm-hmm. Right? Because you trust him. Right?
And lean not unto thine own understanding.
Leaning on you to your own understanding is you doing what you think is right. Mm-hmm. Right? Whether it's over righteous or whether it's wicked. Mm-hmm. Right? You're not doing what the Most High tells you to do. That's right. You do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. Right? What you think is right. Read.
Verse 6. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths.
Right. All thy way, you acknowledge him. Mm-hmm. Right? In all your ways. You do what the Most High tells you to do. Right? Then he will direct your path. Then he will lead you to the truth. Then he will lead you to righteousness. Then he will bless you with wisdom. And then he will bless you with knowledge and understanding. Mm-hmm. Right? And then he'll bless you with the fruits of the spirits. And the Most High will bless you. Then next thing you know, you have a whole family blessed. Right? That's how the Most High works. Right? He blesses you if you listen to him and acknowledge him. Right? But going back to the Shabbat, right?
It's like I just gotta get verse 17.
You could get it.
Be not wise in thine own eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Fear Yahawah and depart from evil. This is why it's important to fear the Most High. Without fearing the Most High, you can read all you want, you can pray all you want, you can fast all you want, but guess what? You will not understand the judgments of the Most High, and you'll things that are very obvious to our people or obvious in the scriptures that you should be doing you'll be oblivious to them. All right, so you got to fear the Most High because his judgments are absolute. And then understanding that, kind of exactly straightforward. If he tells you that he will kill you because you broke the Shabbat and you don't fear the Most High, guess what you're going to do? At some point, you're going to break the Shabbat. And he's going to take you out of here. Fearing the Most High keeps you in line. Just like when you have your parents. When you respect your parents, guess what you do? Or like when you're a child. You respect your parents and you do what? You do exactly what they tell you to do when you're older. But when you were a child, you feared your parents. That's why you did it. It wasn't even respect. You feared them. What did you usually fear? Punishment. And what was the punishment? Either a belt or you having to stay in your room for hours and hours on end, or days or weeks. All right? So think about the Most High in that aspect as well. He's the ultimate father. And in realizing that the Most High's punishments are way, way different and way bigger than what your mother and father dished out to you when you were younger. Right? But keep that same exact energy and that same exact mindset, because the Most High is the ultimate father. Where do you think they get it from? They don't realize it, but that's exactly where they get it from. Right. From generation to generation to generation. A whipping or, you being grounded, that came from somewhere. And you look at our people. We're grounded from our land right now. We're grounded from our land, and guess what? The whipping was what? Chattel slavery. Us being brought over here for over 400 years. That was our punishment. And now we're coming back to the Most High Yahawah for what? Because in these last days, the truth has to be spread throughout the four corners of the earth. And we have to live righteously like the Most High told us to. Right? But guess what? That punishment was there for us to get straight. Just as when you were a child, you got punished for you to get straight. So like I said, think about it in the same exact aspect. But go ahead.
You get punished, and guess what? You got to come back and apologize.
Exactly.
To your parents.
You have to.
And that's how the Most High work, right?
And change, like
That's yeah, and change. You
right.
can't do the same thing over and over. Of course, you got to change,
Calm.
right? So keeping that Sabbath day, like you was just saying, right? You could have all the precepts in the world or anything, right? If you're not keeping the Sabbath, if you're not keeping the commandments, what does that say to you, right? Let me get that last one, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 19 verse 24. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach chapter 19 verse 24, right? You know, it's important to do what strictly the Most High tells you to do, right?
This is my bad.
Agree. Yeah.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 19 and verse 24. He that hath small understanding and feareth the Most High is better than one that hath much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High.
Right. So him that is small understanding, right? Don't understand really what they're doing, right? They don't really have the knowledge, they don't know about the stories in the scriptures, but they're keeping the commandments, right? They're like, okay, I know this day I'm supposed to keep, so I'm going to keep it. Right?
They fear the judgments of the Most High.
Right. And then also, if you think about it, somebody that just comes in the truth, for example, right? You could be in the truth for 5 years, right? Compared to somebody in the truth for 1 year, right? The person that's in the truth for 1 year or even a month, let's say a month, right? Somebody that's in the truth for a month, they kept the Sabbath day for how much weeks? Three weeks, right? Because it's in a month, right? They kept all 3 Sabbaths, right? But doing the truth for 5 years, they break one. The Most I would favor the other one. That's actually fearing him, right? Fear his judgments, just keeping the Sabbath day, over the one that has all that wisdom, all that knowledge, all that understanding.
But lacks fear.
Yeah, lacks fear in the Most High and break the commandments. Right. So it's important to for you to do what the Most High tells you to do, not just you understand it. Like, okay, you could have all the precepts in the world, you could have all of it, right? But if you're not actually applying it to yourself, what's the point of knowing it?
Bring it out.
What's the point of having these precepts in your mind? Right. And most I'd rather somebody do it than just talk about it. In other words, right? Your actions speak louder than your words. That's right. Exactly what it is.
Big calm.
Right. So you applying these scriptures to yourself, keeping that Sabbath day, and those keeping this Sabbath day today, all praises. All praise to the Most High. Because a lot of people say, I'm a follower of Christ. I'm a follower of Christ, meaning you do what Christ tells you to do. That's what Christians say, right? But they don't keep the Sabbath day like like Yahawashi did. But they say they're a follower of Yahawashi. Right? I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, follower of Jesus Christ. But guess what? He kept the Sabbath day. So why you not keeping it?
Bring it out.
Right? He rested on the Sabbath day. So why you not resting in the Sabbath day? He was sinless, but then you saying the law is done away with. Right? So, it's like many confusions going on today. We need to understand that this Sabbath day is important to the Most High.
That's right.
Right? It's important. It's going to be a holy day. Again, it's Friday sundown and Saturday sundown. Right? That's a holy day to the Most High. Every week. Right? We don't work on the Sabbath days. Well, we let them know before we got the job.
That's right.
Straight ahead of time. Yeah, Fridays and Saturdays, we're not working.
It's like, all right. And we've been adamant with our usual schedule, and they just love it. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's just the Most High allowing us to be able to do what he told us to do. We got our other job, our more important job, which is this job right here, and the other job, of course. So
they know not to even call us. They could be lacking people on Friday and Saturday. They know not to even call us. Wow. They know not to even call us. They don't even bother. Right? They probably gonna look at the list and they probably like, Urban and Vontae, nah, Hamar, what's the car? Nah, I ain't finna do it. Nah. They would rather call somebody from another store before they come to us. Because they know better. Right? I don't have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I know they're not gonna call me. But Khan, that's pretty much everything. You had anything to say or anything to add? Khan, but that's pretty much everything, right? Just continue doing the will of the Most High, stay strong in the truth, stay strong in the faith, keep the commandments like always, right? And with that being said, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High through his only begotten Son, Yahawashi. Till next time, I'd like to say, Shalom, Israel.
Shalom, Israel.